Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Why do I always do that? I always like look down at my microphone after I start the video. That intro is ruined. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out. It is week 1 of NCP Nimbus Season 3. The Detroit Steel Wings are taking part in yet another draft league. If you guys missed the draft analysis for this video, make sure you guys check it out. The link to the draft analysis will be in the description. You guys can also check out my week 1 opponent, Grandmaster D-Ray. Go drop a sub on his channel. Go check out their side of the battle because they've got a threatening team. They got a lot of draft experience as well. So definitely go drop a sub if you guys are feeling up for it as well. But be sure to check out this side of the battle. Toss some GGs. Let him know who smacked who around. And probably him smack me. I smack him. Be courteous and kind is all I ask in these endeavors for league battle. We got to set the example. But this is week 1. We're going up against the LA Guerrilla Tactics. If you guys are excited, show some love on that like button down below. Of course, if you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for some more draft league content. We're going full face cam. Don't forget, pick up the merch, pick up the Detroit Steel Wings hoodies. We got the pillows as well in case you're like, I don't want a hoodie. It's getting to be spring. You know, you can pick up a t-shirt. You can snuggle a pillow as you watch us take on week in and week out, proven that we are the best in this league. Definitely go pick it up. We're going to start breaking down the teams here really quickly. One key note that I did want to mention that I did mention in the draft analysis. So if you guys missed that, I'll talk about it here. In this league, there are no Gigantamax or Dynamax Pokemon. This is pretty standard when it comes to a league. This is rather standard for when it comes to a Gen 8 league. A lot of Gen 8 leagues you see have a lot of Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing going on. This league really attracted to me because it was like, we're not going to have that. So I was like, all right, sounds like a plan to me. So we are going to go on ahead and break down the team. You guys are going to start seeing our teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent has Melmetal, Haxorus, Mantine, Darmanitan, Alolan Raichu, Dusclops, Pangoro, Serena, Clefairy, and Dugtrio. Some things to note about my opponent's team is that they do have a rocker in the form of Clefairy and a rocker in the form of Dugtrio. They do have a cleric in the form of Clefairy and Serena. They have a spinner in the form of Serena. They have a defogger in the form of Mantine. And then they've got a bit of priority on their team as well. They've got... D-Ray's got a pretty bulky team. He's got a very, very bulky team, but a very, very powerful, hard-hitting team. But you guys missed the draft analysis. You guys see my team down below. You guys already know that we got that thickness. We got the thickest team in the league. We're going to start breaking it down first up. First and foremost, we are bringing Plague the Toxapex. He is rocking the Shed Shell with the Regenerator ability called Knockoff, Recover, and Toxic. 252 EVs in HP, 252 EVs in defense, 4 EVs in speed with a bold nature. This Pokemon helps out with Melmetal. Melmetal is an incredibly powerful Pokemon. It's a base 143 attack and a signature move called Double Iron Bash, which gets boosted by its Iron Fist ability and has a chance to flinch. It's absolutely absurd, and Toxapex is probably the only Pokemon that can want to take that on, assuming we don't get flinched. So all of our defensive calcs were made in preparation for like a banded adamant Melmetal. So that is something to keep in mind. So you may notice some thickness on our team. You may notice some shenanigans on our team. But quite frankly, when you're taking on things like Melmetal, Haxorus, Darmanitan, and Pangoro, you got to kind of get a little with it. So that is what we're bringing. We are bringing Shed Shell, so Arena Trap Dugtrio cannot trap us. So this Toxapex is our dedicated lead. Being able to knock off potentially a choice item on Melmetal would be great. Being able to toss off a Scald Burn, being able to toss off a Toxic onto really anything else is pretty good for us. Being able to knock off an Eviolite on Dusclops or Clefairy if they do show up. If I had to anticipate the 6 Pokemon right out the gate that they would bring, I would assume Melmetal is coming. I would assume Dugtrio is coming because it does great job trapping Toxapex. I assume the Alolan Raichu would show up as well. Outside of there, thinking about my team, what else they could potentially bring, I could see something like a Mantine showing up. I could see Haxorus showing up. And I could see Pangoro showing up. So those are the 6 I think he's going to be bringing. Melmetal, Dugtrio, Raichu, Mantine, Haxorus, and Pangoro. Which, right out the gate, I mean, you just bring those 6. Like, when Mantine the Sponge hits, it's rough. It is seriously rough. So we do have some win cons available. And then we do have some more bulkier Pokemon to help wear down for some of our win cons here. But Plague the Toxapex is going to do what Toxapex does best. Next up here, we are bringing Tigress the Incineroar. She's rocking heavy-duty boots with the Intimidate ability. Fire Punch, Knockoff, Will-O-Wisp, and Parting Shot. 244 EVs in HP, 148 EVs in defense, and 116 EVs in speed with an Impish nature. With 116 EVs in speed and an impish nature, we are actually outspeeding Melmetal by 1 point. The rest are maximized to let us take a hit, hopefully, from this Pokemon after an Intimidate. We do have the Will-O-Wisp there to cripple it, as well as Haxorus, as well as Pangoro. Knockoff to remove some items. Fire Punch just for some good stab. It hits Pokemon like Melmetal. It hits Pokemon like Serena as well. And then Parting Shot is there just to give us a little bit more momentum just in case. I didn't want to run Flare Blitz. We do have the ability to Wish Pass this week, but I didn't want to run Flare Blitz. I feel like Fire Punch is a better bet just to make sure we keep our Pokemon around. Dealing with all these physically offensive Pokemon really makes me want to have some good pivots. So Intimidate, Incineroar with Will-O-Wisp and Parting Shot really do help cripple the physical presence that his team does have. Next up here, we are bringing Scrambled the Togetic. Scrambled is rocking his Eviolite with the Serene Grace ability. Wish, Flamethrower, Dazzling Gleam, and Roost. 244 EVs in HP, 252 EVs in defense, 12 EVs in speed with a Bold Nature. We tossed the 12 in speed for the Bold Nature in case anything was trying to creep, really. The Togetic, Clefairy has the ability to, Dusclops has the ability to, and then if he runs a minimum speed Melmetal, we've got a few in there just in case he tries to outspeed a max HP, max attack Melmetal. We can outspeed that and hit it with a Flamethrower because 65 special defense doesn't want a Flamethrower, but we're not that offensive, and he still has 135 base HP. So we can Wish Pass into any of our Pokemon. We can Roost for our own recovery. Dazzling Gleam hits the Haxorus. Dazzling Gleam hits Mantine. Darmanitan really doesn't like this thing, but Darmanitan and Raichu really threaten this thing. So does Dusclops, but Dazzling Gleam hits the Pangoro. Flamethrower hits Serena. Dazzling Gleam hits the Clefairy and the Dugtrio as well. This is pretty much our Dugtrio response in a sense, because if he does lead off with Dougie, we've got our Shed Shell, so we can go right into Togetic to avoid any Earthquakes. We can toss off some Flamethrowers, toss off some Wishes, things of that. And then, of course, with Serene Grace, doubling our chances. It is a 20% chance to burn with Flamethrower as well, so that'll be good for any Pokemon switching in that think they can take on a Togetic. Next up here is probably our best win condition, in my opinion, if there is no Pangoro and we can weaken down and we can get a move or two off. We are bringing Gumby the Reuniclus. Gumby is Leftovers, Magic Guard, Recover, Iron Defense, Calm Mind, and Stored Power. That set's really interesting. Where did we see that? Thanks, John. 252 EVs in HP, 36 in defense, 220 EVs in special defense with a Calm Nature. This is meant to take on Alolan Raichu outside of electric terrain now that he no longer has that. He did have Pincurchin beforehand. He no longer has that, so not having that Pincurchin does help us out because its electric moves are no longer boosted. So we can hopefully get up a Calm Mind in front of this thing and go from there. Once Pangoro is gone, we can start boosting up pretty nicely as well. We do need to worry about the Pangoro as it is the only dark type on my opponent's team. And of course, if we do get an Iron Defense off and he still has some threats around, we are able to take those just a little bit nicer. But that is the game plan with this, is to weaken everything and then go for a sweep with Reuniclus here. We're pretty passive up until this point, so I wanted to have something in the back to kind of help out with that should we need it. Next up here, we're bringing Blueberry the Beartic. Beartic is rocking her Life Orb with the Swift Swim ability, Rain Dance, Stone Edge, Ice Punch, and Superpower. 68 EVs in HP, 252 EVs in attack, and 188 EVs in speed with a Jolly Nature. With 188 EVs in speed with a Jolly Nature, we are actually outspeeding here. I believe it was Scarf Haxorus. Let me double check that. I don't know if that's right. Scarf or +1 Haxorus. Nope, that is not that one. Which one was it? We're outspeeding Scarf Pangoro. We're outspeeding Dougie. We're outspeeding Melmetal. Was it Darmanitan? I don't remember which one it was. Either way, we're outspeeding a lot. We're outspeeding a lot with this build right here. If he does have any of the Scarf users, well, let's see here. Let's make some adjustments on the fly. If I go 112, that puts me at 224. 224. And let's see, Darmanitan. Well, let's put Scarf Melmetal here. Scarf Melmetal hits 141. Serena. All right, there we go. So 103 outspeeds Scarf Serena. There we go. All right, that's what that was for. There we go, figured it out. That's why we leave notes on our sets, Chase. Don't do that next time. Outspeeds Scarf Serena. So we'll outspeed Scarf Serena with the set. Base 50 with a double with a weather boost in for speed does not really do too much for us, but it potentially can be a late game sweeper should we identify the Scarfer ahead of time. Stone Edge hits the Mantine, Stone Edge hits the Darmanitan, Stone Edge hits, yeah, that's it. Ice Punch hits the Haxorus, Ice Punch hits the Dusclops, Ice Punch hits Serena, Ice Punch hits Dugtrio, and then Superpower hits the Melmetal. Superpower also does do super effective damage against the Pangoro as well. And then last but not least, we do have another Intimidator on the team because quite frankly, Melmetal, Haxorus, Darmanitan, Pangoro, we need it. We need it. Banded Serena could even show up for crying out loud, but we need it. We're bringing, where's my Hug the Hitmontop? He is rocking his leftovers with the Intimidate ability. Substitute, Toxic, Protect, Close Combat. Yep, I'm bringing it. Max 252 EVs in HP, 76 EVs in attack, 12 EVs in defense, 4 in special defense, 164 in speed with a Jolly Nature. We are able to outspeed a non-Scarf Pangoro and one-shot with close combats. We are not revenged by a non-banded Dugtrio afterwards and can one-shot that with close combat as well. And yeah, we can toss off some Toxics on things like Dusclops. We can toss off some Toxics on things like Clefairy, on Mantine as well, just based off our own natural bulk. So that is going to be the team. If there was a better week 1 matchup, if there was a harder week 1 matchup, I really don't know if it could be anything other than the Melmetal team. But like I said, go check out D-Ray's channel, drop him some love. I didn't say to the beginning of the team builder, there's a link down below. I'm going to remember to do it in post-production, but you can click on that. We're going to hop right into the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the week 1 battle in NCP Nimbus Season 3. The Detroit Steelings are taking on Grandmaster D-Ray and the LA Guerrilla Tactics. You guys are excited, go on ahead and show some love on that like button down below. And of course, if you guys missed out on the team builder, you guys see the 6 that I'm bringing down there: Toxapex, Incineroar, Togetic, Reuniclus, Beartic, and Hitmontop. You see the 6 that I think my opponent is going to be bringing: Melmetal, Dugtrio, Alolan Raichu, Mantine, Haxorus, and Pangoro. It is definitely going to be a fun matchup, and if you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more. Don't forget, check out Grandmaster D-Ray. I'll, of course, link his channel in the description. You guys go check out his side of the battle, show him some love, all that fun stuff. We are going to press A at the starting signal and see where that ends us. We'll be right back at preview. And we're right back here at preview, actually. Okay, my opponent is bringing Melmetal. We do see Clefairy. Okay, so actually a really interesting, different team than I thought. So we have Clefairy. Let's see, we've got the Dugtrio. We've got the Melmetal. We have no Alolan Raichu, and instead we have Clefairy. So let me note that here. Change that on the layout. We've got no Mantine, and instead we have Darmanitan. We have no Haxorus, and instead we have Dusclops. So it's not the end of the world for us. In fact, I'm really lucky that I don't see a lot of those Pokemon here. So no Mantine, and instead we have Darmanitan, and no Haxorus, and instead we see Dusclops. Dusclops and Clefairy more than likely rocking their Eviolite. I'm just filling out as much as I can. Arena Trap. Melmetal has Iron Fist. Darmanitan has the Sheer Force. Okay, cool. So we already know the team that we are rocking. Let me relock the team here really quickly because I need to start off. We're leading off Toxapex. We've got our Shed Shell should anything want to come in. And let's do it. Let's do it to it. I am excited. I am excited. I am nervous, but I am excited because Melmetal can just click moves against us, quite frankly. So Toxapex can take any one hit that my opponent wants to lead off with. And we've got everything pulled up over here. We're good to go. We're good to go. I'm excited. I'm excited. And we're recording too. Look at that. Always a fun time to record. He leads off with G-Tactics, which is going to be the Darmanitan. I assume that he is going to have a U-turn of some sort. You can also go for something like an Earthquake if need be. Essentially, let's just go on ahead and let's go for a knockoff here. Toxic is also pretty free against my opponent, unless they go into Melmetal, of course, but we will see what they want to go for here. We can eat an Earthquake. I assume this is a Choice Scarf set. And if it is, Earthquake is doing under half. If he is Choice Banned, it is still putting us in a good position. So no matter what he wants to go for, we are removing something's item here. And hopefully it's one of those Eviolite users or whatever Dugtrio wants to go for, frankly. But we will see what exactly he's got in store for us. I like that shiny Darmanitan on the Wi-Fi. Hold up. That's kind of clean. He does have the Earthquake here, so we're going to be able to scout and see how much damage that does. That is Choice Band, and we are going to knock off his Choice Band here. Oh, he's Life Orb, actually. Okay. He is Life Orb. Huh. So your boy does not want to take that again. Let's see. That was doing 54 to 64. Oh, yeah, he got a high roll on that. So if he is no longer Life Orb, he 2-hit KOs us. So we need to switch out and go out into our... Let's go into our Togetic here in case he decides to go for the 2-hit KO with Earthquake. We see that he no longer does have that Life Orb there. And he actually withdraws himself and goes out into D's Nuts, which is the Melmetal. That is not what I wanted to see in any way, shape, or form. All right, Melmetal picks up a KO here. I think our best bet for taking on Melmetal right now... Let me check really quickly. Incineroar does take a Double Iron Bash. Not too well. And then our... Hitmontop does not take it at all. Okay, so our play is to switch out into Incineroar to take 1 and to get the Intimidate drop off. So he was Life Orb Darmanitan. Very interesting. Okay, so that means if we can get the rain up, though, Beartic does outspeed. That is good to know. We will go hard right out into Incineroar to get the Intimidate drop. If he does make a play and go for something like Earthquake, that does knock us out. Earthquake actually has a chance to knock us out, and we should be faster to get off a Will-O-Wisp or a Parting Shot into Hitmontop or something. So here is the -1. Here comes the Substitute, actually. Oh, boy. That's not what I anticipated, and he's sub-leftovers? What do you get? Excuse me? How do you set up? Please don't tell me you can set up somehow and I overlook this. You got Acid Armor? Oh my god, that's not what I wanted to see. All right, well, let's hope he does not go for Acid Armor. We're just going to go for a Fire Punch here. Oh boy, I do not want sub-Acid Armor Melmetal. Oh boy. Fire Punch should break the sub in most cases. And he goes for the Thunder Wave. Oh man, he's like supportive Melmetal. What is this? What is this? I think I need to like Parting Shot out now. Oh my god. I did not expect supportive Melmetal. I don't think anybody does. Either that or I knock off here, but I think if anything, would he try to sub again? I'm going to try to Parting Shot here. And if he subs, then I have to like Flare Blitz. Or Fire Punch, rather. Boy, that's not a fun time for us. And he's -1, so I think Parting Shot's the right play, provided we don't get full parried. I think that is the right play, provided we don't get full parried here. Ooh, boy. I'm, like, nervous. I, like, everything was ready for Adamant, Choice Band, and Melmetal, and now he's supportive with he's supportive? He's like my dad. And now all of a sudden he's a support set with like sub him. Okay, if we do not get paralyzed, he goes out into Roman, which is the Pangoro. And we do get a Parting Shot off, which is great. So that is going to be a -1 Pangoro. That is fine by me. We do have our Hitmontop here, which can go for another Intimidate. Let's do that. Let's do that, because once Pangoro's out of the picture, Reuniclus puts in a ton of work. There we go. We've got the Parting Shot off. We've got the Intimidate off. I am going to go for a Substitute here. And I anticipate, like, Dusclops wants to come in. And we just kind of wear that thing down with Toxic. We just wear that thing down 100% with Toxic. But at -2, I don't think he wants to stay in against Hitmontop, frankly. I think if anything, he'd go like Clefairy. Let's see. He might have Aromatherapy on Clefairy to kind of deal with our thickness. So we'll keep playing around it. We'll wear it down until either Reuniclus or Beartic can come in. He withdraws, perfect, and he is going to go out into probably Clefairy. He goes down to Aria, which is the Clefairy, perfect. So we are going to be able to get a Toxic off on this thing. Unless it is Magic Guard, which we'll find out here momentarily. And if it is Magic Guard, then we've got some stuff to do here. Let's see. I assume given my team, he would be Magic Guard, but I'm going to click Toxic anyways, just in case. Just in case. We do land a Toxic on there. Good for us. And I'm going to hope it's Unaware. I don't know why he'd be Unaware, but I'm going to hope for Unaware. He does have the Moonblast on there. Okay. That's going to break our sub. Fine by me. We do get some leftovers recovery. We are faster. Let's see if we see any toxic damage on this thing. We do not. Okay. Fine by me. Let's go out into our... let's go out into Plague. Let's go out into Plague. We can knock off the Eviolite on this thing and go from there. I do need to make sure that Incineroar is my immediate response to Melmetal now that I know he can Thunderwave our team around for Life Orb Darmanitan. Potentially also Banded Dugtrio. So we need to keep Togetic pretty healthy. We'll get our Regenerator here. As he withdraws. Ooh, what you got for me? He goes out into day ones. Oh, he made a pretty great double. That was a pretty good double. I will applaud that. That was a great double here. I want him to go for an Earthquake. So what I will do is just use my Shed Shell and go out into my Togetic. That was a really solid double. I'm really impressed by that. Like I said, we'll use our Shed Shell. We will go out in a Togetic, and then I think from Togetic we double out into Hitmontop. If we're able to. I think actually we go for a Flamethrower here against this thing. He goes for the Earthquake. All right, so we do see that. Perfect. And now what I will do is just go for the Flamethrower, expecting the Melmetal to want to come in. That does give him a pretty free one to go into, and if he does not stay in, then I'm curious actually where that puts us. I really... Chase, are you shook by sub Thunderwave Melmetal? Yes, I am. I had no anticipation that was going to be a thing. And now he knows about our Shed Shell. He does not have like Stone Edge or anything, and goes out into the Melmetal here, so we're going to be able to get a Flamethrower off. We do have a 20% chance to burn thanks to our Serene Grace. And that's going to be doing a large amount of damage. That is a large amount of damage. So I don't want him to go for a sub here. I don't. I want to wear this thing down. I'm going to go for another Flamethrower. If he goes for double Iron Bash, that's a great play. And then I got to play around Dugtrio a little bit more. But I think he'd anticipate a substitute. And we're actually faster. So he is absolute min speed. He's like max HP, max defense. And we do snag the burn on that, which is huge. And he goes for the double Iron Bash. I don't know if we can live this after the burn. Oh, we can live that comfortably after the burn. Incredibly comfortably after the burn. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we don't want to... I want to figure out how to take care of this right now. Because now that he's burned, I think my only play is to go for Flamethrower. And I have to try to Wish Pass or something like that in return. So we are able to take out the Melmetal effectively, which was my biggest worry, frankly, was this thing. So the fact that we got this thing down. He could switch out. He could switch out into something like the Darmanitan and like do some shenanigans with like U-turn and whatnot, but he withdraws, so he wants to keep it around. And he goes out into Guerrilla Tactics. That is fine, because we're going to get a little bit more chip off on this thing. And we are sitting at... We're sitting at 44, so Flare Blitz knocks us out. I do need to go out into our Toxapex here to take the hit. We are 3-hit KO'd by Jolly Earthquake now that he no longer has that. Let's go back out into Toxapex here. Oh, he's got rest. Excuse me? He's got rest? Oh, man. This is some tech that I did not see coming. I'm going to click Scald here. And Scald whatever wants to come in. Because I'm so confused by the set, frankly. I mean, it's catching me off guard, which is what you really want to do in this. You know, you really want to have some out there sets. So Rest, Life Orb, like Life Orb, Sleep Talk, Earthquake, Flare Blitz, maybe? He withdraws. He's going to stay asleep. Does he have Aromatherapy on the Clefairy? Goes out on the Melmetal here. So we're going to be able to, maybe with Scald and Burn, we are able to take this thing out. Oh, it looks like it. Oh, Leftovers are going to activate first. Melmetal is min. If Melmetal's min speed. If Melmetal is min speed. Toxpex hits 55. Togetic hits 60. Melmetal hits 54. Ooh. I'm going to go for a Scald here and hope he has no speed. He does. Oh, he does have... Or it was a speed tie, and he is able to paralyze our Toxpex. So, not the best situation in the world, but we are able to take out the Melmetal here. I didn't want Incineroar to take damage to help out with the Pangoro. Tox. KOs. Melmetal with Scald. Alright. So we've got a full Toxpex. And he goes on to day ones, which is the Doug Trio here. He knows Togetic's my play. He knows Togetic is my play. And I've got a Shed Shell. So, like, I'm going to stay in and go for a Scald here. We see the Stealth Rock come off. Okay. Oh, when I get full paralyzed. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's not the end of the world. That is not the end of the world here. Adamant Zug Trio is doing... we can take one Earthquake. We can take one Earthquake and go for a Scald here. That is fine. We unfortunately need to get our Togetic back in and Roost at some point because we do not have hazard removal. So the Stealth Rock is going to be cool. He might be Choice Locked. He might be banned at Doug Trio. And he goes out into Illuminati, which is going to be the Dusclops. Okay. That's fine by me. We'll go for a Scald here. I would love to get a Toxic off if I can. This is the one time I will not fish for a burn. We do get a burn. Okay. Now, what I can do here is just knock off this thing's Eviolite and help out a little bit. We've got Shed Shell, so we can't be trapped or anything. He does have Nightshade on this. Okay. We're going to get rid of that Eviolite that he's got rocking. And now what I would like to do... Dusclops is base 25. Oh, no. We can't live a Nightshade if we switch into Togetic. I'm going to go out into Incineroar here. Because we can take a Nightshade... We can Parting Shot around a little bit. We can knock off this thing a bit more because it's stab and we're a bit stronger. We can avoid any Will-O-Wisps that he's got. We see he's got rest on this thing too. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We've got two Rest Sleep Talkers. So he's trying to outstall the stall at this point. So let's just go for a Parting Shot here. It's going to be interesting trying to break this one. Reuniclus definitely could do it. Once we get the Pangoro out of here, Reuniclus definitely can do it. He withdraws, so as long as we don't get full parried, we can Parting Shot out of here. And I get full parried. Okay. If you are Rest Sleep Talk, I am going to go out into... Jeez. I think I just need to bank on you not being Rest, Sleep Talk, Flare, Blitz, Earthquake, and go for Parting Shot here. We do see the Sleep Talk as well. All right. And he does hit the Earthquake, so that's probably going to take out Tigress. It does not. All right, so that is good. We do not get full parrot either. Awesome. So he's going to be -1. We really need to get in our... we could try to do something with Beartic at this point. We could try to, but I think my best play is to... I think I need to go Togetic, because that was his first turn of sleep. That was the first turn of sleep. I think I do need to Roost real quick. And hope he gets full... hope he gets Sleep Talk as a turn. Hope he gets Rest. He does get Rest. Okay, so we are able to Roost that off. It is a -1 Darmanitan, so we should be able to take this thing on. Let me just double check here. Yeah, -1 Flare Blitz is not doing too much to us. I will go on ahead and toss off probably a Dazzling Gleam. I could also just Roost again. Because -1 Flare Blitz, if that's his last move. He does have Flare Blitz as his last move. -1 is doing 31.6. Alright, cool. He's going to take a little bit of recovery from that. We're going to Roost, or he's going to take a little bit of damage from that. We're going to take one more of those. And now I think clicking Flamethrower is our best play. I can also just toss up a Wish here now that we're out of range of Flare Blitz. And I think Wishing is fine. This is the battle of status, let me tell you. So he withdraws, goes out into Aria, which is the Clefairy, excuse me. I wish we had a Cleric move on this thing. That would have been really, really beneficial for us. And then I think what I want to do here is go out into... I think I need to lure in the Pangoro somehow with Reuniclus here. Let's try that. Let's try that. We'll Wish Pass into Reuniclus here. He does go for the Moonblast again. Okay, so we've got some options here. We can set up in front of this thing completely. I think our best play is to just go hard out into Hitmontop here. Because I don't think he'll want to stay in now that I brought this thing in. He withdraws. Okay. And he goes out into Illuminati, which is the Dusclops. Okay. And he's got no... We're going to get an Intimidate off on him. He hasn't burned any turns of sleep, so we know Nightshade Rest. We know Nightshade Rest, blank, blank. He could be another Sleep Talk user. I think we go into Beartic and try to poke a hole or two. Frankly. I think we have to. Let's go for it. I think it's more specially defensive than anything. If Melmetal was the defensive, I think it's more specially defensive. So, especially now that we don't have Eviolite on this thing anymore. He is Sleep Talk. And he's got Haze. Okay. He's got the Haze. So I want to go for just an Ice Punch right here. I feel like is our best play. He withdraws. Okay. And he goes out into Aria, which is going to be the Clefairy, which I believe still has Eviolite. We'll be able to get some chip off on this. Oh, that's some big boy damage. That is some big boy damage. A Moonblast is definitely coming out. I am going to go out into Togetic, and I want to Wish Pass into Beartic here. Another idea is that if he predicts that switch, I could have went for another Ice Punch, but don't know how well Moonblast into Ice Punch works. Oh, and he does have Wish on there, so going for Ice Punch would have been a great play. That would have been a great play. Let's go on ahead and toss up a Wish. We can take a hit from anything. And I gotta knock off this. Eviolite somehow. Moonblast comes off. We'll eat it because of ours. This is the thickest battle you'll ever see. This is the thickest battle you'll ever see. And I'll roost here to get my recovery back. Maybe wishing into Incineroar to kind of break this thing a little bit might not be a bad idea. We take another Moonblast pretty well. We get our recovery here. I think that's what we have to do. I think we have to Wish Pass into Incineroar to kind of remove this thing. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. There's the Moonblast again, which we know we can take. And I will Wish Pass out into Incineroar here. We should take a Moonblast from a Clefairy. It's a Clefairy, for crying out loud. No, I don't think it's doing all that much. And we'll get a big knockoff on something. We will get a big knockoff on something. Clefairy's base 35. I mean, we should potentially be able to hit this. And he actually switches out as well. And goes out into Roman, which is the Pangoro. So that's not what I wanted to see at all. So we are going to be able to get our recovery back here a bit. And I think... what is our play here? I think I have to Will-O-Wisp as he goes for like a knockoff or something. Got the Drain Punch. Oh, that is going to take me almost all the way down. My God. We go for the Will-O-Wisp and we are able to connect that. Perfect. And we do have our Heavy Duty Boots to be able to help out with that. So now that this thing is on a timer, as much as it can be, let's go out into... probably Toxapex here. Take whatever he's want to go for. And we can also just click knockoff now too. I wish we had something to hit this thing with the Uniclus, because we could start going for it now. He's got the Thunder Punch as well, so he is Iron Fist. That's not going to do too much now with the burn. So his ability is Iron Fist. And I am just going to click knockoff here. Clefairy comes in, so be it. He withdraws, and he goes out into the Illuminati, which is the Dusclops. Okay, so we already know this thing was pretty much set up. We already know this thing was Eviolite. We saw Nightshade, Rest, Sleep Talk, and Haze, so we can 1v1 this thing with Toxapex pretty well. And he only went for one of those, so I'm just gonna go for Recover here. He's got to go for one more turn of sleep. And he does get the Nightshade. Okay, so we made the right play by going for Recover here. There we go. So he's got a choice to make here where he can rest again. I'm just going to go for another knockoff because I want to force that. I want to force that rest. Because I do need to Wish Pass back into... Incineroar at some point. Alright. Let's go out into... our Togetic. And let's try to Wish Pass around. We can also try to Wish Pass out. Since we know that he's Nightshade, Rest, Haze, Sleep Talk, there's no Will-O-Wisp. We can try to Wish Pass out into our... try to Wish Pass out into Beartic. The Stally Battle, man. I can't even be mad because I brought it as well. And I got to be careful about my timer, too. We are 30 minutes in with not a thing in sight. That's incredible. And he goes out in Aria. Okay. That's fine. We know there's a Moonblast coming out as we tossed up our Wish. And we know we can Roost in front of the... what's it called? Dusclops as well. So let's go out into... Let's pass that Wish into Beartic, I think. Let's try it. Try to pass that Wish into Beartic here. We're going to take 25% to Rocks. And then the Moonblast. Heal Bell. Oh. That's unfortunate. At least we got a Wish off into our Beartic. That's fine. That's a pretty solid tech. I'll give him that. I can probably do some damage with Ice Punch here. If he is not a Wish Protect set. Just go for Moonblast here. That's going to be fine. I will go for another Ice Punch here. You can take another Moonblast. I can always Wish Pass back into you. Don't be Wish Moonblast. Heal Bell. Please. Please do not. And then I think I'm going to Stone Edge here in case he tries to pass into Darmanitan. He is Protect. Oh my god. Okay. So we need to get this thing's Eviolite out of here is what I'm seeing. We need to get this thing's Eviolite out of here. I actually think he has to Wish here. He has to Wish here. I'm going to go for another Ice Punch because he's in range of being 2-hit KO'd. I might also have... Okay. So now is when he's going to go for a Protect. And I go out into my Togetic to Roost and Wish Pass and do some fun stuff. Swords Dance would have been better than Rain Dance, now that I'm looking at it. Now that I am looking at it, Swords Dance would have been better than Rain Dance. Different dances. Different dances. Let's Roost here. I gotta remember not to Dynamax. That'll end this game real quick. Dynamax with Beartic. This might come down to timer. Wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly, this might come down to timer. And I think I'm going to toss up a Wish here. I think I'm just going to toss off a Wish. Yeah, what does he go out into? Goes out into Roman, which is the Dusclops. Oh, which is the Pangoro. Okay. So we do get a Wish. So we know he's not Choice Banded, and I have to assume Iron Fist. So we actually take an Iron Fist boosted Thunder Punch. I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam here. He's got Swords Dance. Are you Roselli Berry? You are Roselli Berry. Okay. Now, we're at full, and Thunder Punch still does not knock us out. So I think we need to go for another Dazzling Gleam here. And then Reuniclus comes in and cleans up shop. We live. No full para. Dazzling Gleam picks up the Pangoro. All right. So KO's Pangoro with Dazzling Gleam. That is good news for us. He goes out into Darmanitan to essentially pick up a KO. I do have a full health. I do have a full health Toxapex here. I also have an Intimidator and Hitmontop, which no longer really serves any purpose now that the Pangoro is gone. So let's withdraw our Togetic. I actually didn't see if we can come in on rocks again. I might have should have just roosted. But we will get an Intimidate drop and hopefully take a Flare Blitz pretty easily here. Here comes the Flare Blitz. And that is going to nuke us. And he takes more damage, which is frankly good for us. So, now can Reuniclus set up on -2? Hold on. When he's got Haze on the Dusclops too. Darmanitan, Choice Scarf, -2. Level 50. Flare Blitz. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay. So I think what we do is pivot Toxapex now. We're going to switch around a few. We're going to keep Incineroar around. We're going to keep Incineroar around and go out into Toxapex to take this Flare Blitz. Or a -1 Earthquake. There's a Flare Blitz again. He's going to take a little bit more damage. And if we're not in range of EQ at -1, I think we go for a knockoff here. 28 to 34. We are above that. Yeah, I think we go for a knockoff here. As he withdraws, okay, that's fine. Do you go on to Clefairy? Goes out into Illuminati, which is the Dusclops. So we're going to get some damage off on there. We're going to get some damage off there. We are within range to go for a recover. That is what I'm going to go for here. I think this might come to timer. 2 Rest, Sleep, Talk Mons, and an EV like Clefairy. I think it's going to come to timer. He goes back on to Gorilla Tactics. Oh my god, if we would have scalded there, that would have been great. If we get a recover off too, that'd be wonderful. And we get fully paralyzed. Okay. So, what we do here is we go out into our... I think Earthquake, actually. Earthquake does 42 to 49. We are at 88. We're out of range, actually, if I click Recover or Scald. I think the play here is to go for Scald, frankly. I think the play is to go for Scald. If he's max attack Jolly, we live. Can I get a Scald off? We do get a Scald off. Perfect. He's got to go for Rest now. Which means I get out my... He's got to go for Rest. I need to keep this thing around. I'm going to go out into Togetic here. If he goes for Earthquake, that's one thing, but I think he's got to go for Rest. We live on 1. Yo, that's why you put 1 EV. That's why you always put 1 EV on these things. True. I got any truers? Let's roost here. Do you go for Flare Blitz? You do. He picks up the KO with Flare Blitz. Okay. Darm KOs Toge with Flare Blitz. Now, Plague is not back up where I want it yet. So I can get in my... Hitmontop here. I can also go Beartic. I think Intimidating with the Incineroar here, since we still have the boots up, is good. Let's get the Intimidate drop off. And then let's go out into Hitmontop to get another Intimidate off. He goes for the Earthquake. I think that knocks us out. It does. Okay. So it's 4-4 right now. Arm KOs hit with that. Okay. Now we go out into our Toxapex now that he is -2. And we click recover. We're at 27. Let's recover here. Okay, we got a minute left on the timer. We got to be careful. He withdraws. Perfect. They're going to be able to get a recovers. He actually goes out into Clefairy. So I want to click knockoff in front of this thing. Very badly. Very, very badly. There we go. And now I will go for the knockoff here. And I think he might try to bank on the my full paralysis here if he's trying to wish pass into the Darmanitan. I think that's what I'm going to go for. We get rid of the Eviolite, which is good for Baratic. And I'm going to go for a Scald here. I think that's the play. I think I need to go off him trying to wish pass back into Darm. Give me this. Give me this, please. Give me this, please. Yes! We got the play right. Tox KO's Darm. Scald. All right. Who do you got next? I don't think he has any breakers. He goes out into day ones, which is the Doug Trio. Okay. So, Doug Trio, we can go out into and Intimidate. Now that the Darmanitan is gone. And he does go for the Earthquake. Okay. Dougie KOs Incineroar. All right, I think what we do... Oh, he's Life Orb. Okay. So we actually live this with Toxapex. Let's go Toxapex here. Go for a Scald. Yep, that is doing 41 to 51. So he does have a chance to 2-hit KO us. But we can just go for a Scald here. As he withdraws, fine by me. Goes down to Illuminati, which is the Dusclops. Okay. So it's 3v3 right now. It is 3v3 right now. I am going to click Toxic and force that. We've got 42 seconds left on the move timer. Oh my god. Yeah, we just got to be quick about it. We just got to be quick about it. And I think the play here is to go hardware Uniclus. And start doing things. I need to go for an Iron Defense first in case of Doug Trio. There's the rest. Okay. His timer's got to be coming down too. I just clicked recover just to click a move. That's unfortunate. But we see that we are faster. Cool. There's the Sleep Talk. And there is the Haze. Okay, cool. So we made the right course of events by just spamming recover. I'll go for Iron Defense here. 35 seconds. God. If I lose to timer, I'm going to be pissed. Let's get the Iron Defense up. Go for Nightshade. Let me get a big hit off. Let me get a big hit off. Gets the Nightshade. Okay. We get our recovery. Let's see what stored power is doing to this thing without an Eviolite. Oh, I'm lightheaded. Let's go for it. That is not doing anything. There's the haze. Okay. Fine by me. Fine by me. I will just spam recover here. Actually, I'm going to go for another stored power. 30 seconds left on the timer, man. This has been a long battle. This has been a long battle. There's another Nightshade. I think I can probably bring out Baratic if I can force him to recover. If I can go Baratic on the turn where he rests, I can force him to recover here. I'm going to go for another one. There's the Nightshade again, and he's burning through our stored powers with pressure too. I just realized, so we got to go for a recover here. I'm getting antsy. Here we go. Got to make quick decisions. Quick decisions. He's only got so many Nightshades, though. After a while, he can't touch us. After a while, he cannot touch us. I'll go for an Iron Defense here. Just to hit him with a +2 Calm Mind, or a +2 Stored Power, rather. And then once he does that, I think I need to go Baratic. He's going to click Haze here. I'm going to go Baratic on the Haze here and hopefully click Ice Punch and get a big hit off. Goes for the Haze. Okay. I'll go for the Ice Punch here. We're going to die to Recoil. He withdraws. Oh, who do you go out into? He goes out to Arya. Arya does not want to take 2 of these. I can't do one in return, but you don't want to take 2 of these. Oh, we knock it out with the crit. That's huge. That is huge. All right. We have to go out into Gumby now. Oh, man. Oh, man. 2v2. 2v2. He goes out into day 1s. I'm pretty sure we can recover in front of this. I got to get this right. I'm going to go for a recover here. We got 12 seconds left. Oh my god, this is down to the wire. Earthquake. Oh, we recovered. I don't think we're going to out-recover it, though. I don't think we're going to out-recover it, though. We might. We might. We're at 139 now. Let's try it again. Because if he gets in within range of Life Orb, I might be able to go for stored power. Oh, we're down to 10. Oh, we're barely out healing this. No. No. Oh, no. We're going to lose. I'm so mad. Oh, we're down to 2. Yeah, that would have been the turn to go for it, man. That would have been the turn to go for it right there. Unless he gets a low roll or something. All right, I need him to get like the lowest roll possible as I go for a stored power. We should have went Toxpex, man. We should have went Toxpex. Ah, there goes Reuniclus. All right. There goes Toxpex. We got to click Scald. Unfort. Unfort. He's got to bank on a paralysis and 2-hit KO us. Or he just wins 2-0 to timer. Oh, he stays in. Oh, crit was huge, crit was huge, crit was huge, crit was huge, crit was huge. Don't full para. Oh, and that's game. That is game. GG to my man, Grandmaster D-Ray. Oh my God, that was the longest game I've ever played in my life. GG's, my man. We are finishing up 0-2 against the LA Guerrilla Tactics. A fantastic game of who can be thicker. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, throw some love on that like button down below. And of course, if you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for some more Draft League content. We got week 2 coming at you guys next week. All that being said, I'm going to remind you guys to be great and do great. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.